Sapphires the game, and welcome to the Primal Battle League Week 7. Now, and before I get this battle started, actually not the battle, but the pre-game stuff. Before I get the pre-game stuff started, hit the like button if you were excited for my first actual Primal Battle League battle on the channel since Week 3. Now let me explain to you what happened. Let me explain! Week 4, of course, I did explain that. I got mad. Week 5, well, I did get 5 out again due to stupid game planning. And then, that's what I did Week 5. But the problem was, I closed out of the video software, the webcam software, without actually saving the face cam. So all I had was a live recording, and I didn't save the battle in my versus recorder. Week 6 was the same thing again. And there was a DC in there, but we managed to figure it out, basically, because what happened? It was down to my Frostlass and my Roserade. He had a Scarf Chomp. Just Weavile had a Scarf Chomp in, and then he had just used he was going to use Outrage on my Zapdos, which would have killed it most likely. Then Frostlass's Scarf would have outsped him and knocked his Garchomp out, and then his Charizard Y would have come in and just swept everything off the face of the earth. Now, anyways, this game is against the Yorkshire Kinglers, Jordy Boy, Jack, and well, I'll just say Jordy, but how about that? So, because he doesn't like being called Jack, I think I've heard. But let me see. See, after I was literally at a low point. In fact, that's not my team that I'm bringing, but I was at a low point after the Week 6 because that's my third game I've lost 5-0, which isn't very fun. So I took back to one of Chris CM22 is his Twitter handle. So you know who I'm talking about, not Chris Turtle Nation, but the guy who actually works with the GBA and the GBA D League, of course. And I looked back because I do remember he had in one of the power rankings for GBA Season 2, he had a segment on doing your homework because he got mad at everybody who's saying, yeah, I did my homework, and then they flat out didn't do their homework, and it showed in the battles. I'm not actually going to say which one because actually, do I even remember? Anyway, so then I just tried to learn what doing my homework meant because I just needed a redo because I honestly brought stupid stuff. I forgot to bring something for the Charizard Y again for the second time in a row because I got 5-0 back-to-back to just Weavile. So what am I bringing this week? Well, basically, this is my win condition. I know Chancellor, the Landorus Therian, is my win condition. It's Jolly, Intimidate, Expert Belt, and the only thing I need to worry about is Scarfed Victini. Jordy likes to bring Scarf Victini. So, if I can get in... If I can get up a Rock Polish and he doesn't have any Focus Sashers, which most likely will be his Lucario or his Galvantula, but he likes to run Focus Sash on his Lucario. I do remember that. And his... Galvantula tends to run a Focus Sash regardless. So that's just basically what this is. And I'll explain the roles each down. Sherman here, the Arcanine, is just basically it's a strange set, but it works, I believe. It can take anything Scarf Victini wants to throw, so I can go into this when I'm threatened by Victini. This is my switch in for Victini, but it's basically impish, but it has max attack, I believe, or just enough attack to KO, one-hit KO a Mega Mawile. And it can take a, it does take a, what does it take? A Sucker Punch pretty well from a Mega Mawile as well. Then I have Curse here, who has just enough speed to outspeed a Timid or a Jolly Lucario, because I know he likes to run Timid or, he likes to run a special Lucario with Vacuum Wave. This is one of my switches into it, just in case. My other switch is, of course, Deoxys Defense, but I'll get down to that later. Richardson is of course, my Mega Lopunny. Jolly, Drain Punch, Fire Punch, Quick Attack, and Focus Punch. Focus Punch is just something that if I can get it on a switch, like if I'm just gonna outspeed, like I can't. Clearly, I'm gonna have to switch out against his Lucario here into, of course, something else. But I have to be wary about because I don't think he would just go for the safe move. I mean, if he went for the nasty plot of his Lucario, I could easily just Drain Punch him. And then that would be the end of that, and I could just quick attack him, so it's not that bad. Because I know I outspeed him. I mean, 135 speed versus Lucario's like 80 or 90. It's somewhere up there. Then I have Deoxys Defense. As long as he doesn't get up a nasty plot with his Lucario, this thing walls him. I do have Mirror Coat just in case if he doesn't, because if he can go for the Dark Pulse, I'm pretty sure he has that, then I can just wall him after that. And then Stealth Rocks for cover. Drain Punch is just there for coverage because I can't think of any other move. Knockoff would be nice, but I know he wants to trade away his Golbat, so I don't think he's bringing Golbat. I could be wrong. It could be mind games. Who knows? Then I have two Guapu, the Quagsire. Basically, this is just a simple set. Unaware. That's all this is. It's just straight up unaware. If he wants to bring in his Gyarados, Dragon Dance, it's not going to matter. I can just Toxic him and deal with that, because I can just wall that thing for days. So that's the team. I will see you after the battle. I am post-coming this just because I want to concentrate on the battle. The last three I tried live recording, and I just flat out sucked. So I just hope this new game planning mechanic that I used with the help of that segment that Chris had made on the power ranking for GBA Season 2 helps. Once again, I will see you after the battle. And I did this before the battle just to make sure that because if I did it after the battle, I might not want to do it in case if I lose pretty badly again. But at least if I do it this way, at least I'm doing it before the battle, I can just add this in front of the battle. So we'll see how I will do. We are currently 2-4 minus 15. So differential does not matter to me now. All I need to do is just get the win. That's it. That, plain and simple, is it. So like I said, I will see you at the end of the battle. Or with the post-com stuff. And we're back with the battle. This is, of course, the post-com, the replay of it, because I had the battle yesterday. So this recording is just like beyond 2 days. I was in a white shirt, and this is why I'm in a different shirt, a green shirt, a Mountain Dew shirt, but that doesn't matter. And we can go over his team now. I'm, of course, bringing my same team that I mentioned, that I was bringing the special defensive Deoxys Defense, the Mega Lopunny, the Quagsire, the Zapdos, Arcanine, and Landorus Therian. And he did bring the three things that I knew he was going to bring. Those are his win conditions. I went over my game playing a little bit better with the help of quote-unquote doing your homework, as Chris said on one of the power ranking videos of the GBA Season 2. And of course, that's what I built this team around, his win conditions. So now, well, partially his win conditions, partially my win conditions. It's just a merge of things. Anyway, Lantern, Gyarados, Tyranitar were the ones that I knew he was going to bring. Victini and Skarmory was the ones I was less inclined that he would bring, but I just thought he was going to bring it anyways. Victini uses current MVP at 6-0, so... And of course, the way out of left field Pokemon that he's going to bring is the Goodra. So that is very interesting. Now, and only now, we see... There's a reason, like... See, with this battle, there's something that happened that I'm mad at myself for, and you're going to find out soon, but... I'm gonna fast forward this, so I'm gonna speed up the battle because it's 68 turns. It's gonna take like 30 minutes to go over. I'm already yakking on for like 6 to 7 minutes now, so I'll see you in the battle. I'll just see you in the battle. And of course, here we go. This battle is of course sped up about 200% because I have no life. And of course, I open up with Wagner here, but I have to switch out because this is my special defensive wall. I have to go into Sherman, my only counter. This is actually a check to his, because it can take anything this thing wants to throw at it. What I was saying earlier about what I'm mad about, you'll see that in the second half of the match. But anyways, he goes into this. I'm not sure why he double switched here. I have no idea why. I don't know what he was going into. I was just going to go into my unaware Quagsire, because I know he likes to run Dragon Dance on his Gyarados. But I go back into Wagner because I didn't want to risk anything about Hidden Power or Grass. I did not see Hidden Power, so I'm assuming it's not there, but I'm still not going to take any changes. I'm going to use this opportunity to go to my rocks. This is too fast, but I'm going to do it anyway because this battle took around 27 minutes to record. So he's going to go for the U-turn again on my Arcanine, which Rocky Helmet damage is racking up, so that's pretty cool. So he goes back into this thing. And Stealth Rocks are a thing, but now I gotta go right back into Guafu, my unaware Quagsire, as he goes to the Dragon Dance. And he must not know that I'm running unaware this week, because he goes for a second Dragon Dance. I don't know why. And as I go for the Toxic, he's gonna realize that I'm not running Water Absorb. Maybe it's because he's seen me run Water Absorb most weeks, but he's gonna go for the Ice Fang. That's not gonna do anything to me. And I can just go for Scalds, because I'm not trying to stall out at this point in time. There's some foreshadowing, but now he knows that I'm unaware as he goes for that, and it gets a crit and a flinch. So with that, now I'm kind of in a jam because this is my safety net for Landorus Therian, which was my win condition. So that's pretty cool. And of course, there goes my Quagsire. But luckily, the Toxic, or excuse me, the Life Orb is going to take him down. I make the poor choice and go right. No, excuse me. So here's my. I thought I went into the Ox Defense. I go into Landorus T, then go back into my Land. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Arcanine to take anything this thing wants to throw at me. Double Intimidate. It's gonna do loads of stuff. But now he's gonna switch out into his into his Tyranitar. See, had that crit flinch not happen, I would have gone for Recover. Well, actually, I go for Will-O-Wisp this turn. No, I go for Will-O-Wisp on the turn. Okay, so I go for Will-O-Wisp on the turn. But had that crit flinch not happen, I would have gone into Quagsire on this switch, not Chancellor, and not get hit with this Ice Beam. I had no idea that was coming. But that's just what happens. I lose my win condition. So at this point, I'm not looking good. But of course, here I predict a switch. That's why I go for a Focus Punch. This is a fighting type. Why would you stay in against a fighting type with Tyranitar? It's also a crit as well. It's also a crit, by the way. So that's pretty cool. But of course, he goes to his physical wall. And that's not really going to do much, but getting HP back is great! Even though I get knocked away by the Sandstorm. So, and I have to go right back out into Curse, just because of, I'm expecting the rocks, which he does, just sprinkle it all over like pepper. Whatever analogy I want to use. And he goes for the Protect. I'm not sure if he was wanting to see if I was going for Thunderbolt or Defog, or just a way to get into his Lantern. And, of course, Stealth Rocks are a thing. Defog is a thing, but now he knows that, like, I literally need to make a trade. I'm literally thinking I need to make a trade for a Rapid Spinner. I think I know which one that I want. The only problem is that I'd be... I don't know what I could trade. Anyway, so he Volt Switches on my Special Defensive Wall, Wagner. Ooh, and a Star City. So here's Sherman back into to take anything. This is a check. I can just wall this thing all day with the Rocky Helmet. HP going down, down, down! And he goes right back into his Mega Tyranitar. And now, I'm once again predicting, do I predict the Earthquake or the Rocks? I'm not sure. Maybe I predict the Earthquake or something, but I go into Curse, and this Curse the Zapdos, of course, but he goes to the Stone Edge. I can't stay in here for long. I'm going to go right back out. Oh, I think I go into the Ox Defense because the Ox Defense is still a good switch in on this because he's burned, so it's not even going to really matter. And there goes the Earthquakes. It's not going to do anything. But I do have Drain Punch on this thing for some reason. I should have kept Knockoff just to knock off things. I don't know why I went with Drain Punch. I'm not sure if that was coverage, but I go for this, and I'm kind of a dick here as I just stall out the burn. Because I go for Recover on this next turn. As he goes for the Stone Edge, that's gonna do piss, and I'm gonna stall it out like a dick, you know. I'd be under the section. Your friend's a dick on ridiculousness. So that's the thing. But he does a pretty good job. He knows I'm always switching in on Arcanine on his Victini. He knows that. Jordy's not an idiot. But I have to go for the Roost. Zapdos is faster. I can deal with that. Deal with that. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But I'm going to go for the Volt Switch here. It's not going to do much. Hey, I also have a Shell Bow. I don't think I mentioned that. Shell Bow is pretty cool. Gives me an extra healing stuff. And he goes for the Dragon Pulse on my Switch. And, of course, that's not going to do much. And I believe... Do I go for the Recover here? No. Wait, I either go for the Rocks or the Recover. Yep, there's the Rocks. So, those are the only two moves that I really used in this Deoxys defense. I used Drain Punch once, and I used Mirror Coat a couple times. But I once again have to go back into Sherman, the Arcanine. And he goes for the Glaciate. Maybe he's predicting the switch to, I'm not sure what, but he gets the crit, doesn't matter. Speed boost, doesn't matter. I have no speed investment. And here comes the Luna, and I go for the Morning Sun because I need my health back in order to be checked. In order to give a check mark to the Victini. And I need to get out of here. To Wagner. I'm beginning to sing because I'm listening to Glitch City in here because I'm not... the video thing that speeds up this video removes volume whenever I speed it up or slow it down. I go, see, there's the Drain Punch. Piss damage. Shouldn't have done it. He goes for the skull, and I believe he gets the burn this time. Nope, he does get the burn eventually. Here's the point in the show where I decide to go for the mirror coat. There's the burn, right? Nope. I go for the mirror coat. I probably should have just continued this. I'm not. No, he volt switched. I remember this one because he just goes on until he gets the burn on my Deoxys defense, and there's the burn. And here's the mirror coat. That's gonna destroy everything. It's gonna just destroy everything. But now I think he goes for the volt switch on my recover because now he knows he's slowly gonna get whittled down. That's what he's gonna do. He's slowly just gonna get whittled down, and he goes right into the Skarmory because he doesn't want the Stealth Rocks up. And I believe at this point in time, he knows that he can get rid of Stealth Rocks on his side of the field if he goes and sets up rocks of his own, so then I can defog him. This is why I need a Rapid Spinner. I'm gonna look for a trade for a Rapid Spinner. I'm going to look for a couple of trades because there's two things that I'm missing. A Rapid Spinner and a Hard Hitter. That's all I'm missing. In my honest opinion. I'm looking around for both, and we're going to see what happens there. But I go for the Roost here just because I'm always faster than this. I actually have enough speed to outspeed a timid / Jolly Lucario, so then I could have mowed it over with a Thunderbolt or something. Because I don't think a Vacuum Wave would have done that much. But he just goes for this. I think he predicted they switch out. But he goes into his Victini. I need to switch out an Arcanine again, so that's pretty much fun. That's pretty much fun. But he goes for the V-Crate. That's not going to do any much, really. I do have Extreme Speed, so if he lowered his defenses down enough... See, now he's low enough where Rocky Helmet, or an E-Speed, or just a... Because that big Scarf, so... I get the burn here, but as I was saying, any priority would have killed it. So... I have to switch right into Wagner, hoping to get some Mirror Coat action up in here. I think he does hit me with that. I need to recover the next turn, even though I'm out leftovers. And the burn, of course, is going to cancel that out. We both are burned. We are burn buddies. And, of course, here comes the recover. Unfortunately, I have to use recover the next turn because, of course, he gets a holy crit. Dude's getting all the hacks in the world. I don't believe I've gotten any hacks this entire game, but he got that crit flinch on Quagsire, which in turn meant Landorus got dropped by an Ice Beam. But there's the Dragon Pulse. I think I went for the cover. Yeah, I went for the cover. Mirror Coat goes last in the priority bracket, and I go for the recover here. Even though, wait, why didn't I go for the Mirror Coat? I go for the Mirror Coat here eventually. I'm not a 100% jerk. I'm not a 100% jerky yet. I should add more foreshadowing. So here comes the Dragon Pulse again. And there's the Mirror Coat, and there's the dead Goodra. Now, I'm not sure if I do it at this point in time. I'm really not sure. Here comes the... Nope, here comes this... So now, yeah. Here comes the Skarmory. He's going to set... I'm predicting the rocks. He goes for the Iron Head instead. I resist both things. This is why I switch into it, because I still have the checks to each one, except, of course, well... I do have a check to Lantern. I just don't have anything to deal with it because my Quagsire was crit flinched, and my other one was what did I do? And my other one was cut by an Ice Beam. So now here comes there's the defog to remove the rocks. Now it's my duty to tell you at this point in time. I believe, yeah. So at this point in time, here now this is the part where I'm referring to. Now let me explain. I do not condone my actions from this point on. This is about 16 to 20 minutes left in the battle, because this battle lasted about an hour and the timer ran out. And what I'm just gonna flat out say, I stalled at the clock. In other words, I let the clock run all the way down from 100 to single digits. Please do not do this. Like, literally, this whole thing, I thought it was good at this point, because my thought process was that I'm staring 2 and 5 in the face. If I fall to 2 and 5, I'm pretty much donezo. I'm done. I won't be able to do much, because my best, even if I win out, I'm 7 and 5, that's not going to guarantee me a playoff spot at all. It's a long shot if I make the playoffs at that point. It's a long shot I'd make the playoffs at all, currently. But I'm staring at that, and I think I decided to pull a desperation move and just stall the clock. Now, this stalling the clock completely blew up in my face. Jordy got really mad. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna flat out say I'm very sorry about this. Like, I thought it was a good idea at the point in time, but if I'd like literally if I could go right now, walk in this door while I'm battling, I would have come in here and beat the crap out of myself. I don't care if I gave my younger self, one day old younger self, a black eye. It doesn't matter. You don't do it. And after this, I'm never gonna do this again because I learned my lesson. This just blew up in my face, and there was just this huge fight, and it was just like this, not really a fight, it was more like an insurrection, I would like to say. This is the insurrection because it was just a whole giant argument on what would happen. I believe what the options were that we could have just given both of us win, and I would get +4, he would get +3, but that wouldn't really balance out the standings very well. And we couldn't give ourselves ties because there's no ties in the GBA unless it's like, unless we had 2 Pokemon left at full HP. Now then, the decision, I think we went in a democracy vote to see what would happen. It would be either a 4-3 win or just a rematch at a later date, because we couldn't rematch with the same teams, because we knew what our teams did. He knew that my Arcanine checked his Victini, for example. So basically, like, so it was voted on that I win 4-3, even though I stalled at the clock. But I am deeply regret this. I will never do this again because I am like last night. Well, not literally last night. Yesterday afternoon and this morning was just terrible because I thought literally the Primal Battle League was just gonna fizzle out and just like take a dump and just fizzle out, and it would just been over. All because I stalled out the clock. Like I'm never doing this again. I'm sorry. I've totally learned my lesson. I'm never doing this again. I'm very sorry, and I would literally just punch myself in the face if I could. But clearly, I'm not going to do that now. This is the end of the battle, of course. Because he defogs, I roost, and of course it says the battle clock is over. And yeah, right. He goes for the protect as I Thunderbolt. Yep, there it is. There it is. So that's what happened. That is what happened. And like literally, I really deeply regret doing that. I'm never doing that again. If I'm just like, it's literally like the problem was that he was claiming he had that battle won. Not necessarily, because because he was at the time switching from his Arcanine, or on my Arcanine, he would always double switch from his Victini to his Lantern on my switch to Arcanine. If I did catch that Lantern off guard with like a, I'm not sure what, not Mirror Coat, but like basically, if he stayed in with his Victini on my Arcanine, or if I got a safe switch in with Mega Lopunny, that Victini would have been dead because I had extreme speed on my Arcanine and I had quick attack on my Lopunny. Then I could have just mirror coated and stalled out the, well, not necessarily stalled out. It was just, I would just constantly mirror coat his whatever you call it, his Lantern, and once the Lantern was gone, the Zapdos would have just ran a train through his Skarmory. So the game wasn't over at that point. But me deciding to go for stalling out the clock, I'm just a dick, plain and simple. And I feel like one, and it's like, it just sucks because now I'm just like, my conscience is just on fire right now, and I'm just really mad at myself. Next week we play the Washington Blazerkins. That would be Nick or my team Mamoswine. So I'm going to stick around and watch me not clock stall. I'm never clock stalling again. That's just what I'm saying. I deeply regret it. I will never do it again. And I'm a stupid idiot, and I deserve to be slapped just like really hard like this. Okay, that wasn't even hard. You know you can do harder. You can do it harder than that. You can do it! Oh my